Hey there, today I'll be showing you how to draw Chibi Black Widow. So as usual, we're going to start with the eyes. On the left side, I'm going to draw the upper eyelid. So from the outside to the inside, I'm just going to draw a curve that starts off a little bit higher and then kind of comes down a little bit on the inside. From here, I'm going to connect those 2 points with a curve, so basically a circle. So a half circle, starting on the left, curve down to the bottom, and then come back up and join in with the inside of the eye. Up here, we're going to draw a couple highlights. I'm going to draw one on the top left corner here, so a small circle. And just to make the eyes look a little bit shinier, I'm going to draw a smaller one on the bottom right. Just like this. And let's color all of this area in black. Let's go ahead and draw on some eyelashes. So from this corner, I'm just going to curve a line up. And we're going to do this 3 times. So just below there, I'm going to do one more here, and then one short one along there. If you want, you can go ahead and just thicken this up around the base. So as it gets closer to the eye, it gets a little bit thicker, and then just tapers off to a point. So I'm just going to go in there and just lightly making it a little bit thicker. Let's go ahead and do the same thing on the right side, but flip this over. We're going to start on the inside, making sure that the height is lined up. I'm just going to draw a curve that goes to the outside of the eye, and we're going to draw the half circle for the bottom of the eye. Curving around, and then connecting up with the top. Again, we're going to draw those highlights. So the top one here, we draw a little bit bigger, and then the bottom one we'll just draw a smaller circle. And go ahead and color all this in black. And then let's go ahead and draw on some eyelashes. So from this top corner, it's going to curve up, move down, and draw another curve, and then one last one a little bit shorter. And we'll go ahead and just thicken up the bottom edge so it tapers up to a point. Let's go ahead and draw on some eyebrows. So on this side, we're just going to draw a curve just above the eye. On the outside here, we're going to curve down. So it starts off a little bit higher, then curves down. On the inside here, we're just going to draw an angled line going up. And then we're going to start at the point, again, from the left side, and curve and connect with that front. Just like this. Let's go ahead and draw the exact same thing flipped over on the right side. So starting with the front edge first, so up here. And then we're going to curve out to the outside of the eye. And then we'll start back on the inside again and just taper to a point. Now that we have that, we're not going to draw on the chin just yet. We're going to draw in the mouth first, so it'll give us an opportunity to figure out how big the head's going to be. And normally I draw the face quite small, so roughly about here. So I'm going to draw in the mouth first. Just up here, I'm going to draw a curve that goes down in the middle from left to right. And on the end, I'm just going to draw a little bracket. Little curves on either end. And then we're going to draw a curve from left to right, but in the center here, there's going to be a little V. So I'm just going to do the V first. This will help us figure out where the curves are going to be. So from this point, curve down onto the lip, and then on the right side. And then from these 2 points, I'm going to curve the bottom lip. Curving a nice curve across the bottom. Now this will show us where the chin's going to go. So it goes pretty much right underneath the mouth here. But before I draw on the face, I'm going to have to draw on the hair, because the hair will overlap on the sides on top of the head. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just find, so then basically the head will be this big, just a big round head. Up here, on just above the left eye, right here, I'm going to put a point. This will be the part in the hair where the hair splits from right to left. So I'm going to just start from this point, I'm going to curve down and up to the side, and I'm just going to do a series of waves that go across the side of the face. So starting up here, I'm going to curve up, and then from here I'm going to curve back down towards the eye, and then just pull it back out again. Curving around, in towards the eye, over the eyelashes, back out. Okay, so that's the first overlap over the face. And then from this point, I'm just going to curve back in towards the face. I want to do a nice little curl that goes over the face. let's do another curve on this side. So this side here is going to be a little bit shorter. I'm not going to curve it into the face, I'm going to curve away. So from here I'm just going to go by the eyelashes and just curve that out. Now that I have that sort of framed in, I can draw in the face. So just below the lip, this is where the bottom of my curve is going to be for the chin. On the side of the head, I'm just going to draw a curve that goes down to the chin and back up. And you can see that I have a line here for the hair. So what I want to do is I want to just block that in on the bottom side. So I'm going to curve this around because I know that the hair is going to curve around the face and the face isn't going to go past that point. So on the left side here, I'm going to curve into the chin. And then from here, I'm going to curve up right about the same distance from the eye to the side of the head. And this will tuck in right about here where my pen is. So as I go along, I know that I'm not going to go on top of that hair curl. I'm just going to go behind it and just tuck that in underneath. Now that I have that, I'm going to draw in the top of the hair. So from this part, I'm just going to imagine the circle for the head. So the top of the head will be roughly about here. I'm going to start on the side, right here, and just curve up to the side of the head on the right side. So right here I'm going to curve up and just round out the top of the head and just come down like this. From here I'm going to draw in the side of the hair here so it gets a little bit thicker and sort of curls out on the side here, so it's a little bit heavier on the bottoms. So from this point I'm going to curve out and just pull it out like that. From this point I'm going to do an overlap. So all I want to do is do a series of curls at the bottom of the hair. So from here I'm going to do an overlap, little curve like this. From here, I'm just going to curve that into this line. So basically, I could probably pull this a little bit lower. From this point, I'll do a little overlap and just pull that right into that point there. From this side, I'm going to finish this point off. So from here, I'm going to curve out, come down, and then back to that point there. So we're curving out, and then coming straight down, and then out to a curl. From the bottom side here, I just want to balance this out. So I'm going to draw some curls in behind in the opposite direction, sort of like this in behind here. Making sure that I sort of line up the bottom length. Curve in like this. I'm going to do an overlap, do another curve like this. I'm going to pull this back up towards the face, and I'm just going to draw one last little curl. So pulling that back, and I'm going to tuck that in underneath the head. If you want, you can go ahead and draw in some detail for the hairline. So up here, you're just going to go with the natural flow of the hair. So up here, I'm just going to draw a curl that goes up. Do one more here like this. And then on this line, I'm just going to pull it around like that. If you want, you can draw some hair strands going this way along this seam here. Just go like this. One more here. And if you want up here, I'm just going to draw another curl going this way. From that same point, I'll pull one this way. Maybe a short one there. Okay, so we got the head. Let's get into the body. Now, I'm not going to draw her in the standard standing pose that I draw all my chibis in. I'm going to actually have her in an action pose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have her in a crouching position with the one arm in front on the ground. So we're going to start. So here's my center. On the left side, I'm going to draw one arm drop down to the floor. So on the shoulder, I'm just going to curve down towards the hand. Now this is the shoulder area here. So this is the outside part of the arm. I want to draw the inside part. So from here, I'm going to sort of make it go a little bit wider as I get towards the hand. So like this. Now from this point, I'm going to draw the wrist. So from here, left to right, I'm going to draw a curve. Now let's draw in the hand. So from this point, I'm going to curl out the thumb, and I'm going to wrap this back around, just coming back in like this. Now we're going to draw three fingers that kind of curve out this way because the hand's pressed against the ground. So from this point, I'm going to curve around and pull that back up like this. So it's kind of like a banana-shaped finger. We're going to go down here and do an overlap. We're going to draw those fingers 3 times. There's 2, and then one final one, do an overlap here. I'm going to pull that right into that wrist like that. Let's draw a little bit of detail on the arm. So from this armpit, I'm just going to draw a curve for the seam of the sleeve. And she's got a little band here, so I'm just going to draw 2 angled lines going up behind the head. We're going to draw a little detail in the shoulder. So from this point, we pull the angled line in. And from this side here, we'll do another one. Draw a straight line across. And then she's got this funky little wristband thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw 2 lines coming out from the forearm like this. We're going to come up in towards each other and then just cap that off. On either side of this point here, I'm just going to curve the wristband. And then along here, I just want to draw a series of lines that come down like this. Maybe I can squeeze one more on the side there. Okay, so that's as far as we're going to go with the detail on the arm. Let's get into the body. So the body, because she's crouched over, you're going to see the upper chest kind of going back into the background. So up here underneath this arm, I'm going to draw a curve. From here, I'm going to draw a curve going up. Now this is the upper torso. So we're going to have the V-neck open shirt right here. Starting from the left side, underneath the chin, curve in, and then we'll curve back underneath the chin. In the center here, I'm just going to draw a little curve like that, just for a little chest detail. And then we're going to draw in a little neon strip. So she's got these little neon strips along her body, almost coming up this way. So I'm just going to draw two angled lines going up to the V. On this side, I'm just going to curve them because the body's sort of posed that way. Over here, I'm just going to draw a little zipper line. Two lines that come down from the center, and then just two lines like that. Now let's get into this arm. So this arm I'm going to have sort of positioned out. It's going to be sort of out like this. So we're going to start at the upper part of the arm. So up here in the shoulder, we're going to curve towards the wrist, just past that hairline. Under here, we're going to draw from the under part of the arm, coming out. Now let's draw on the wrist. We're going to draw a little curve like this. Now we're going to take this thing and we're going to turn it because her arm is out this way. All the detail is going to be forced in that direction. So going up here, we draw that straight line first, going up to the point, and then cap that off. From this point, we're just going to wrap this around the arm, and like we did here, we're just going to draw a series of lines all the way through. Now, if you want, you can draw, actually, we're going to probably close this off, just like the shoulder. We're going to pull this line all the way up like this. We're going to draw that little shoulder detail coming down, and then across. And then for the hand here, I'm going to have the hand sort of like in this position like this. So from this point in the wrist, curve around, again, sort of like a banana shape. And from here, I'm going to go out with a curve. I'm going to round this out and pull this back. I'm going to do a series of overlaps. From here, we're going to curve the second finger. And from here, we'll pull the third finger in to the wrist like that. Now the final part are the legs. Now because she's crouched down, you're going to see her on one knee on this side and then one leg stretched out this way. So what we need to do from here is locate the waist. So right underneath this chest, we're going to go right about here and draw a curve across. This is the belt. We draw that little belt detail. So we're going to draw two lines coming down, and then we're just going to draw a curve like this, just to show that cool belt that she wears. On either side, I'm just going to draw a few lines that come down, just to show a little bit of detail. Now, over here, we're going to have to locate where the lower torso is going to be. So right about here is the lower torso. The leg's going to come out this way, and then the knee's coming out this way. So what I want to do is draw in this knee first. So up here, if you locate the waist or the hip right here, it's going to come around behind this arm. So I'm just going to draw a curve like this. So there's her knee right there. From here, I'm going to draw in that kneecap or that knee pad with a couple lines like this. And I'm just from the center here, I'm just going to draw a line that goes up along the top of the leg, just for a little detail. Okay, from here, let's get into the final leg this way. So I'm going to draw the lower torso going into the knee, down to the shin. So what I want to do is from here, I'm going to draw a curve that goes across the bottom. And then from here, I'm going to go all the way down towards the heel of the foot, like that. From here, like we did with all our chibis, we're going to draw that really big foot. So from heel to toe, and then from here I'm just going to curve the top of the foot, aiming for that heel, but we're not going to close it off. We're just going to stop right about there. Now from this hip is going to have to join up with the top of that foot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start up here, I'm going to curve towards the knee, and then this is going to continue to the top of the foot there. So that's generally the shape of the foot. So we're going to draw a little sole. So from the heel to the toe, we're going to just draw a curve. We're going to start adding and layering in some detail. So we're going to draw two stripes that are curved along the top of the foot. Now let's draw on that knee pad here. So on the side, on top, and on bottom, we're going to draw two angled lines. These are going to come in. Now from here, I want to draw that strap that's connecting the knee pad to the leg. So in the back here, I'm just going to curve and overlap that line. On the top and bottom, I'll just close this off with a straight line. Let's go ahead and draw in some boot detail. So right here, I'm going to draw a curve. We're going to come in, and then we're just going to angle out to the outside part of the leg. From this center point, I'm just going to curve down. So there's a little seam on the boot. Up here, we're going to draw 2 curved lines for the strap along the leg that holds a little gun. So up here, we're just going to draw sort of like the side edge of a box. And then like we did here, we're just going to draw a little strip down the center of the leg, in behind that strap like that. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Chibi Black Widow. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please give us a like and make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.